the number one segment in America, Seth's winners and losers.
So my winners and losers is week 9 is I'm going to start with the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, just a pathetic performance. I mean, I'm disgusted, and I am very turned off by the Colts right now. To me, they're frauds. I'm not trying to be emotional, but just a pathetic. The Daniel Jones that we all know finally came out. He was sacked 5 times. No.
3 interceptions,
5 sacks. Even though he threw 2 touchdowns.
342
His QBR
yards.
was 63. You know, he was 31 of 50. That's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
The run game was non-existent. Jonathan Taylor, 14 carries, 45 yards. You know, I understand that they stopped the run, but you got to find ways to get him involved other than just trying to run. You know, Jonathan Taylor's a guy that can catch passes out of the backfield. You know, he can line up as a receiver. Like, Jonathan Taylor is a dual-threat running back. And, you know, Pittman, 9 catches, 115. Pierce, 6 for 115. Down, 6 for 57. I mean, offensive line was, like I said, horrible. You know, they gotta do better. And
even though the score was pretty close at the end, 20-27, a lot of 10 points was scored in garbage time. It was really like 27-10 most of the game, and then the Steelers even had like a touchdown where they should have been a touchdown, but they didn't count it. So I mean, they really just got the brakes beat off of them. It was not as close as it was at the score at the end. They were really getting dominated.
Right, definitely. You know, and like I said, they got to go. I think to Berlin. I don't know that they're going overseas.
To Germany.
Yeah, they're going overseas to Germany to play the Falcons, who are also coming off a loss. My next loser is the Green Bay Packers. I mean, just pathetic. You know, very, very bad loss. You know, you cannot lose games like this at home. You got to be able to win these games. They lost 16-13. Jordan Love, even though he was 26 of 37, 273, he had 1 touchdown. He had 1 interception, 1 sack. But, you know, he didn't throw any touchdown passes, and that's just unacceptable.
He looked really bad.
He looked really bad, and his QBR is deceiving to me. I mean, he literally was running around like a glitched Madden controller.
Oh, my God.
Like that 4th and 9, throwing it literally to like the end zone. And luckily that dude dropped it, like just a horrible throw.
And
then that other interception that he threw, he should have had 2. The first one was in like double coverage.
Yeah.
Bad throw. And then he went ahead and he threw it, that 4th and 9 that should have been picked. Could have been a pick 6, but it was dropped. You know, that was just terrible. I mean, Josh Jacobs had a better game, 17 for 87 and 1 rushing touchdown. But Romeo Doubs, you know, continues to step up to be the number 1, 7 for 91. But Christian Watson, I mean, lack of his game script was chopped. He had 2 targets for 58 yards. You know, and he's got to get more volume. Like, Love, you got to get him the ball. You know, Watson, you know, you drafted him to be the guy, you know, and I understand that Jaden Reed's still out. Golden, 2 catches for 9 yards is just not going to cut it. And I understand Tucker Kraft, you know, is out.
Tor's leg.
And you got, you know, Musgrave that only had 3 for 34. But these guys got to get more volume, man. You know, you're able to run the ball good, but Jordan Love's just got to play better. You know, his QBR is deceiving, and I'm turned off by the Packers because they play down to their level of competition, you know, and it's just, I don't know, they're confusing. You know what I mean? So I'm off on the Packers.
So if the Packers play down to their level of competition and they had their best game against the Steelers, does that mean the Steelers was the best competition?
I mean,
because they played down to them and they had to play at an elite level. They had a tight end. Kraft had the best game a tight end's had in 15 years. So that must mean that the Steelers are pretty great.
Yeah, the Packers are just probably a win one, lose one team. Anyways, my next loser is the Dallas Cowboys losing to the Arizona Cardinals 27-17. I mean, Dak Prescott, 24 of 39, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but sacked 5 times. I mean, the offensive line just didn't get it done. I mean, the run game was good, 15 for 83 by Williams. CD, 7 for 85. Pickens, 6 for 79. Ferguson, 5 for 50. You know, but ultimately, like, you know, they just cannot be giving up that many yards to Jacoby Brissett, a backup. You know, that defense, yes, they made some trades today, but that defense is just atrocious. And Dak Prescott's got to play better too. I mean, for him to only have one touchdown against the Arizona Cardinals, who, aren't really a good team.
Yeah, that's really
unacceptable. That's just unacceptable. And, let's see what the Cowboys do coming after the bye. But yeah, and then for my winners, I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
Winning 27-20. The Colts looked like they were trying to make a comeback, but it was just too late. But Rodgers, 25 of 35, 203 yards passing, 1 touchdown, QBR of 95.3. Jaylen Warren, didn't have a great day rushing except 2 rushing touchdowns. He was 6 of 31. Was not great at all on the rushing. And then Metcalf was non-existent, but
yeah, he only had 6 yards.
Ultimately, that Steelers defense is what won him that game.
6 turnovers.
6 turnovers, sacked Danny Jones 5 times. And that Steelers defense is the heart and soul of that team. So
Steel
that
curtain
team
is
goes
back.
as the defense goes. But I got to give credit where credit is due for the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though I'm not completely sold. We're
going to sell you. By the end of the season, we're going to sell you.
I hope so. And then the next winner, I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers. I know that I had picked them to be a team that was going to be good at the beginning of the year, and I was getting a little bit worried because, I thought the Panthers were a home underdog team, but clearly they finally got an upset on the road. But winning 16-13 in Lambeau is a hard place to play. Bryce Young did not have a good game. He was 11 of 20. 1 interception, 1 sack, QBR of 48. But, Rico Dowdle is the one that won him the game. 25 of 130 for 2 tutties. Rico Dowdle, has just been
a blessing.
Phenomenal. Chuba was supposed to be the guy, but he's clearly taken over that backfield. And like I said, that defense, created a turnover and also, gave Jordan Love fits all game, bend, not break. But I got to give credit where credit is due, with the Carolina Panthers. And then my next and final winner is the Arizona Cardinals, winning 27-17. Jacoby Brissett ended up having a really, really, really good game. Jacoby Brissett, QBR, he was 21 of 31, 261 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, even though he was sacked 5 times, QBR of 115. Now, DeMarcado, 14 rushing attempts for 79 yards. Marvin Harrison Jr., 7 for 96, 1 touchdown. And then McBride also had a touchdown as well. And the Arizona Cardinals seem to be playing with more urgency without Kyler Murray. I believe the coach said that there's no QB kind of controversy. Jacoby Brissett, I believe, is going to start, right, Kodak?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I saw.
So, yeah, like I said, let's see how they finish up the rest of the year and see what's going to happen. But that's my winners and losers of Week 9.
There it is. Who's on top? Who's on bottom? Comment down below if your team was shouted out or slandered on this week's CES winners and losers. But let's go ahead and keep the winners